everyone, it's Wingspan TT, and if you're watching, you know what time it is. It's time for Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013, and I'm back with Crosswinds, and I'm not actually sure if I'm going to keep playing Crosswinds. I finished unlocking all the cards. I've made my decisions in terms of which cards I want to, put in the deck and not. If you want to see my deck list, I will be posting it shortly at TopTierTactics.com. It appears this is a mirror match. How exciting. Actually, that pretty much guarantees this is going to be a boring match. No Maki here, also running a pretty lean deck with exactly 60 cards. I'm running 60 exactly also. Nothing to play first turn. And I know people want to see other decks, but I did want to unlock all the cards in Crosswinds before I started jumping into the other decks. So he's going to play this guy. LOL. That card sucks. Can't believe you run that garbage. And then I'm going to play the same card. I just like to have a little fun with this stuff, because this game is so serious. Anyway, what was I saying? So I am going to talk about why I have certain cards in this deck, but if you want to see the full card-by-card breakdown, you will have to go to TopTierTactics.com. I am not going to make an hour-long video where I go through one card at a time, explain every single card. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. It's just too sad. So first of all, Sleight of Hand, great card. This should definitely be in the deck, and I'm also not going to act like the way I have my deck built is the only way you can build a deck. Like, there's definitely more than one way to build this deck, and I will kind of give some leeway for that. But the way I'm going for this deck is control. So I don't have a lot of Talrand's Invocations. I don't have a lot of other things that are basically going to, they're basically going to get a lot of creatures on the board. I'm looking to get early game, stabilization and then move to control at the end. So what I'm thinking about doing here is using Repulse. This will go back to his hand. I can attack for 2. He'll be forced to recast it, and he won't have the mana to draw a card next turn. Whereas on my 4th turn, I will have the mana. Now he's going to counter it. It's possible he has the mana leak. He's got to consider, is this worth countering? Okay, or is he going to possibly use his Disperse, return it to his card himself, so that he can, he's going to return mine. Oh, okay. Favor has been returned. Well then. Fair is fair. He's going to replay his... I can replay mine. There we go. Azer Mage. I wonder, though, if he does have a mana leak. And I actually has noticed that there's a small frame rate drop when he plays the foil card, so I don't know. I'm not going to act like that's a huge deal, but let's see. Will he counter? Does he have mana leak? Nope. Okay. So then the question is, do I drop Fog Bank? Do I drop this guy? I could drop Fog Bank. It will leave me tapped out. Sleight of Hand would be much better to play now, though. So I'm going to play the Sleight of Hand, see what's at the top of my deck. Okay, so we have the Auramancer. Do I need more lands? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in play. I'm sure I'll draw another land by the time I need one. I still have interesting things I can play next turn. He knows I don't have any instants that cost 1 that are going to be worth using, so I'm just going to drop the Kraken Hatchling, so I have the opportunity to block if I need to. Look at this guy, so cute. Kraken Hatchling is a great card, no, but this deck has so few turn 1, turn 2 drops that can actually protect you early game. This is something that can feasibly protect you through the whole game. He's going to drop Talrand's Invocation to get 2 2/2 flyers on the board. This can protect you all game. It can chump block. I mean, that's pretty much all it can do. Although, I will say there are times where you can attack with the 0/4 and then use certain, you can use that spell to draw cards based on how many, how many things are in play. Now, you see, I have Panoptic Meter and Time Warp, so I'm going to be focused on getting Panoptic Meter in play. I have no real intention of pushing forward with an attack, although okay, so here we go. I do have the opportunity to probably just drop something back in his hand. And one interesting thing to keep in mind when you use this card... Hun, could you get this door for me? One interesting thing to keep in mind is that if you return a token in its owner's hand, because it's not a real card, it is going to just disappear off the face of the map. It doesn't exist anymore. So it is a consideration, although it may not seem like a good idea to return a token to someone's hand. It does mean that, for all intents and purposes, that card stops existing. So he's going to attack, and while I could return the token to his hand, I kind of feel a lot more interested. Taking 2 damage a turn, not a big deal. I'd rather draw a card, possibly get the 5th land I need to get Panoptic Mirror into play, and then hopefully get Time Warp into play. So I'm going to block here, and I'm just going to go. We'll see what he does. I won't just draw the card right away. I do want to see if he plays anything else. If he plays something scary for 6 mana, I will disperse it back to his hand. I'll see what kind of things he's willing to do. Alright, he's ending his turn, so I'm going to draw a card. I do get the land I need. He can't really do anything about that. Now he can possibly use some instant ability, but if he thinks he's going to counter the ability, there's nothing like that in his deck. So everyone, here we go. Now I'm not dumb enough to just drop Panoptic Mirror. He's sitting here with 6 mana open with all this stuff. So basically I have 5 mana. I'm just going to really sit pretty for a while. What I'd like to do is kind of just wait it out. He's smart. He's going to use this. He's going to draw a card. There you go. He's going to get up to 7. I wouldn't say I'm in the best position right now. I do have enough lands to be a threat. I could try to use this at the end of his turn to kind of force him to play a counter if he has it. Okay, but right now I'm taking 2 damage a turn, which basically means I'll live 8 turns as is. So there we go. Very good. So he's going to play a Fog Bank, not of any concern. I have no intent of actually winning with combat damage right now. Now I'm going to disperse this thing. Now if he's smart, I would just probably let it go, possibly draw a card first. Alright, he's going to draw a card first. He is going to do it. Now he can't counter. Now if he has a disperse, it could ruin my Panoptic Mirror gameplay. However, keep in mind that he doesn't really have, he'd have to bounce it and then counter it again. So if he can't get rid of this, then the game is over. Time Warp, or even Rite of Replication is very, very nasty on this, because you may not know this, but if you have Rite of Replication on your Panoptic Mirror, you do have the option during your upkeep to pay the kicker cost to get 5 copies. And you get 5 of the best creature in play every single turn. That is incredibly powerful. So now he's got to make a choice. He's got to get Disperse. He's got to return this to my hand with Disperse, or he's got to get some huge threat into play to kind of clear this out. And I still have 7 turns to survive this onslaught. Okay, let's see what happens this turn. Rite of Replication. He's only got 8 mana, so he cannot kick it. So he was looking to kick it and get 9 of these, possibly these flyers. So we'll see how that goes for him. One thing I could do this turn, actually, interestingly enough, I could cast a Time Warp, although I am a little concerned that he's going to counter it. And then I could use Archaeomancer the next turn and bring that Time Warp back to my hand. Do I have enough land to cast that twice? I might. Okay, so he's going to use this once. And he's going to get 2 of these 2. I don't know why he would take 2 of these. This guy can be blocked at the ground. Pretty sure he's not going to swing on the ground. Nothing is on there. I have 6 lands, now I have 7. So basically what I want to do here is leave 5 lands open so I can put Time Warp at the end of his turn onto Panoptic Mirror, and that will be the end of the game. So what I could do is drop Fog Bank in the interim. I still have 5 lands available. Okay? And there are counters to this. If he disperses this, I'm going to be in trouble. He can counter Time Warp when it actually comes up during my upkeep. That's certainly possible. However, you start losing a lot of card advantage. He has to counter it every single turn or find some kind of answer every single turn. And notice he has the fast effect on where he instantly draws the card. Now he draws 2 cards. Now he's tapped out, which means he has absolutely no way to stop this. So, GG, man. This is about to get boring. And here we go. 5. And now the game is over. Now some people are like, it's so cheesy that this deck has an infinite turn combo, but really, there really is, it would have sucked really hard if I had, like, accidentally chosen him as the target. Now basically all I have to do is just toy around. I can use Repulse, get his guys back up out of his hand, get Archaeomancer out here, get Repulse. I just gotta get his blockers out of play, and then basically, once the blockers are out of play, I can pretty much just do whatever I want. So, here we go. Get Fog Bank out first, draw a card. And I don't really know if my commentary is worth anything anymore. So let me tell you a story instead. So I recently moved. I moved into a new apartment, and you know, I was told I gotta watch out for all these deer. And I've been driving around. I've seen deer everywhere, and let me tell you something. I'm not used to seeing a lot of deer. It's a little unnerving. They're very unnerving creatures. They don't make any sound. They just kind of stare at you. They're just judging you the whole time. I almost have 8 lands. Once I have Writer Replication, this is pretty much over. Now I can play... Can I play this guy for 7 mana? Yes, I'm just going to draw 3 cards. Sounds great. So I'm paying so much attention to these deer. Am I going to hit them? And this raccoon just runs down the middle of the road while I'm driving, and it just hits the front of my car. I see its cute little face in its last second of life. It just looks up with this guilt-inducing stare right into my soul. And it just broke the whole front of my car. It's just a raccoon. There's blood. There's raccoon fur all over it. It's just totally nasty. Absolutely nasty. Speaking of nasty, Talrin Sky Summoner is, oh wow, this is just going to be absolutely sick. This is sickening, really. And I do have 2 Writer Replications here. Might as well cast another Call to Mind. I could attack with 3/5, but here we go. I'll cast Call to Mind. I get Dispersed. Then we got a 2/2 token from Talran. Look at this. And this is why I don't run Talran's Invocations, actually. Here we go. And now I can just kind of swing. And there's really no point to leaving back blockers at this point because he's never going to get another turn. So I just wear him down with attrition. He's going to block the 2/2s. If he's smart, he'll just stop blocking. I mean, there's really no point to blocking at all. Here we go. Nope. Nope. He should just concede. Alright, 2/1, 2/1. That's great. That's great, great, great. Cool. And then, you know what? I'm just going to return this thing in his hand so he can't block next turn. He just gets it over faster. Writer Replication will be extremely nasty. And you'll notice that Talran's ability, which gives you a token whenever you cast a spell, counts on the imprinted spell. So I get another token here, and then I get Time Warp, get another turn, swing with everything. Then we're going to do something totally fun. Yeah, I'll swing with the 0 toughness creature. I don't care. That's just how I roll. I'm actually going to write a replication of this thing. I didn't unlock that card. You should have. You should. It is fun. So anyway, I feel bad I killed a raccoon, but to be fair, the raccoon killed the whole front of my car. And now I just gotta live with that guilt. What should I... You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna get 5 copies of this guy. That pretty much guarantees I'm just gonna draw lots. I gotta discard 3 cards. I gotta get rid of all the cards that are the worst. Gonna do it again. And again. I mean, am I gonna deck myself? And... again. Alright. And again. Jeez. Oh, that'll end things a lot faster. I don't need another Writer Replication. I think this is sufficient to end the game. So you guys to pretty much see what was in like half my deck there. I'm down to like 18 cards. Give Time Warp to myself. Here we go. I got tons of tokens. I'm going to drop Gravitational Shift. So everything gets huge, and that's pretty much game. He's got 1 blocker. I wonder if I can get rid of the blocker, if I can find some kind of bounce spell. Nope. 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 Alright guys, so everyone, I'm Wingspan TT. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this battle. I hope you don't get lightning bugs in your house. They're very, very intimidating. I know. They shine. They're just shining. Are they fueled by ghosts? What makes them shine? I don't know. It could be ghosts. It could definitely be ghosts. But anyway, I hope you stop by top2tactics.com and read my deck list so you can see the strategy and the card-by-card planning that went into this deck. Cheers.